One of the hardest teams they could possibly face to kick off the event.
So without further ado, here we go. Ancient, pistol round, and NIP to the T side. You know, NIP once chose Ancient against, I believe it was Complexity, and they, well, had a face full of Blame F and Config just tearing them apart, right? This is, as Maui Snake was talking about, a pick that they've tried to implement at times here and there. Sometimes it comes back to haunt them. Is today going to be another ghoul of a map 1? We'll find out. We've got Axile ghosting on the backside. 0 kills from the dedicated A play. Shiro close, and Hobbit as well coming in through Donut. But nice clean plant. You know, NIP, they need that one opening kill. Now they even have an extra little layer of comfort. Go for the boost on Hampus. Look how all these positions are being occupied inside sight. Everybody's just waiting to tether off of one another. And as Shiro comes around corners, he sees nothing. It's Hobbit with the first for the retake attempt. But he's going to play it tempered. You know, let somebody else then take that next engagement. It's Inters, in fact, with another bit of impact. But a defuse trying to come through. There's a knife inside the smoke. Ugh. It gets sketchy, and it gets down to the 1v1, but that's where Inters just stays composed and offers us this 3K.
Yeah, these retakes sometimes not so fun on rifle rounds with a lot more utility, like a late smoke into the temple or a late smoke for the rookie
to kind of, you know, emergency protocol with him. So they smack the turtle on its head, and all the limbs. Oh, okay.
Nice.
I was gonna say go hiding, but Hobbit goes jumping and then flying, sent to death by Hampus. Makes things a little more interesting. We can't get too excited just because of the, you know, nature of the Deegs.
Well, it's interesting. Shiro doesn't spot the cross here, so he doesn't trade glances with Hampus. But he's actually got a teammate not watching this either, so there's just a great timing for Hampus.
Now he gets the fruits of his labor in that Thomas. They've got this B site compromised in the sense that it was pinched from 2 sides, and sure enough, Plopsky finds Inters, and another from Rez. Ooh. The Desert Eagles paying off in dividends for now. Shiro flanks, Axile back the opposite end, so the pinchers become the pinched, and it boils down to timing.
They close down and try to see if it's cave. They're not going to be aware of the flank, though. This could just be 2 for free.
He saw
Shiro,
Rez.
He's going to...
Ooh,
now
Plopsky
it's a one-on-one, yeah.
That's all made possible by Plopsky. Just because Rez showed him a little bit of skin. Come on now, 1 Deeg up close. He's got it. The damage is there. And because the flank spots Rez, he doesn't clear the... in that regard. 5-7. Oh, no, excuse me. CZ, the worst of the pistols. Able to open up in the hands of Hobbit. Quick trade, but check it out. There's a player back sight.
That's your subjective opinion, by the way.
Inters. Oh, he gets burned out. Still does a dink. And Shiro picks up an MP9 kill. So this is not a comfortable spot for NIP. They've already exited from long. Oh. But they continue to hit brick walls. It's Axile in with the AK pickup. Nafany, no. Fuzi's able to get the better of 2 players. And this could be a big moment from Fuzi. 3 kills in the 3v3, perhaps.
Well, yeah, this smoke is going to expire in just a few seconds, and Axile can try to reroute. Fuzi did go ahead and clear out the temple for a second, but you have to be paranoid of every single position, even if you leave one, with how close everything is here on the site. And you can see Fuzi, he's just reacting right now because he has no idea exactly where Axile's got off to. And honestly, Axile might get caught off to a play like this because Fuzi's now in a weird spot.
Yeah, this one, it's a horror film for both these players.
Oh my God, is Axile? He saw.
Yes, he did.
Axile saw him.
That right there should be enough. And sure enough, Axile gets the better of it. But I mean, we saw it all for ourselves, dude. That's milliseconds.
It's tough. He's got no one behind him just yet. No way.
They go back for the 1v1, and that's just beating Axile.
Oh, Jesus.
2.5 kills from the committed A play. You love to see it if you're Gambit. That's Axile just having his way with NIP on their attempt to A site. And look, it sends them back.
They're genuinely in save territory at 45 seconds. They lost all their odds. They don't have anything outside B, and they got called out there. That was just all Axile, man. I mean, that angle looks so OP versus Esatag walking in, but he was totally exposed on that one route. If Esatag went the other way, he would have got shot in the side. So, that confidence, that preparedness, seeping through for Gambit. And they'll try to hit B here.
I mean, I think it's a setup that could still play for them. Just got to deal with Nafany within bomb site. Hope
10
Shiro doesn't
seconds.
finish someone off. But Nafany, only the one. And they know that the Opera just took that shot, so he will be coming in. Can he stop the plant? No, sir. Just in the nick of time, but a no-scope through the wood just weakens Fuzi to the point of no return. Hampus 1v3 shut out by Hobbit's rotation. Sure, you get a bomb plant.
Yeah.
Sure, you get more than you should. That's not offered over. And I feel like Gambit are going to just be a little more reserved to make sure they can get back to winning ways. Utility.
Idea's pretty good though from NIP. They dodge all the early grenades, which Gambit threw and can get back, and they're going in for a late mid when the CTs are less likely to be there makes a ton of sense. Oh, but they're actually hitting B instead.
Oh, and Inter's shrouded behind the pillar. Esatag's right there. There is a trade at the very least, but it is Esatag that's left, and all that's left for NIP. Ooh, frag goes beyond. Not going to be an issue for him. 25 seconds, dives back behind the column, and prioritizes plant. Now he has the smoke to the left, and he just got by the peak to the right. Incendiary will ensure that he's not still in sight, but at 1-9 and playing off the Galil at half HP, this would need to be Esatag step up to a level that we haven't seen yet here on Ancient. Shiro is cut off in the sense that he peaked alone, but Shiro is also sharp. Op shot connects, Gambit take 8.
Hard to catch that guy off guard. That's for damn.
Rez got to be careful he doesn't get caught. Rez goes hunting off of it, but Hobbit, that was nothing but a deer call. Rez gets skinned alive. Hampus trying to trade it back around Donut, but look at this angle. It's more than just one player here as well, so we'll see what Hobbit can draw away with. They're right there.
Oh my goodness. Can he see a gun? Oh, he does.
Ooh.
Oh!
Hampus keeps it clean. But remember, we've got Shiro inside Temple, Axile within bomb site. Shiro lets a player cross on long. He knows he's pressured from 2 directions, shuts down Esatag, and only Fuzi left over with a single point of health. He wants his plant. He'll get nothing for it as Gambit rack up their 9th.
Man, they were all in such difficult positions.
For a 4th round win, we'll see. Smokes over top. Push comes in through behind it. Nafany goes down empty-handed. It's a boost beyond the smoke, and they may not realize that it's actually better vision. No way. Almost stops that bomb plant, but the gun goes dry. Rotate comes over. Smoke thrown to Inters, a true support. And there's the push from Hobbit, just finding Fuzi inside of caves. That takes away what was a crucial element of this post plant, but there is still a part of this equation that's yet to come through. Hampus very quickly going for that CT flank, but he now can no longer make sound. And down on ramp is where Esatag makes his final stand. He gets the 1, Hampus gets ever closer, single kill, double kill, Axile, ooh, and he's not able to hold anything whatsoever, not like Shiro can. Double kill, but no time, folks. He throws away his weapons in defeat. A 4th. Gambit, no slouches on Ancient.
Yes. Look at Inters go, man. 17-8.
Flying. And so are the entirety of Gambit. Into this B site they'll charge. Esatag from the corner with Plopsky as well. Quick little 2-piece between them. That backline now compromised. Shiro gets the trade, but Esatag delivering more kills in this pistol round than he did in the entirety of that first half. So maybe a swapping of the sides can change the guard. Big round from Easy Tag.
Yes.
Oh, nice flash, but not enough. I was going to say, Nafany knew that he was just carved off from the rest of the pack. He was the wounded water buffalo that got left behind, and the rest of his team didn't go too far. They're just inside of that doorway. 30 seconds, and Gambit have drawn Hobbit from middle, closer towards the lane. He gives them a decoy. They're not going to be too convinced by that one. 20 seconds, man. This has got to be the B hit, but, I mean, there's still strong numbers here. 2 players pushed up within the cave. Fuzi is smoked off, so maybe that's not going to be enough of a hold.
Yeah.
Hobbit distracted for a moment, and in that moment, Plopsky's able to strike. Esatag and Fuzi here to stop it all. This falls entirely flat. Yeah, and then that guessing game that Gambit keep you within for an entire half. But a walkout middle from Hobbit, denied by Hampus. He goes on to the retreat in a 5v4. Comfortable position at the 45-second mark yet again.
Not bad. And again, Hampus controlling middle. This will be a key focus of this half if they're to win it.
Missed shot. Shiro, crucial moment that would have gotten back the 4v4. Plopsky comes activating out from pocket. Fuzi tethers with him. And a 4v1. Nip just chewing apart Gambit on all fronts.
That's well played. That's
2 kills
awesome.
mid, 2 kills outside B, individual players, individual layers.
And the thing that just stands out right away is they're just not getting one bulleted. You know, it's NIP are just winning these opening duels. So that just eases up the pressure. It's a foregone conclusion. This round's over. Axal will sit back.
Insensible stillness within this B site. NIP have not given wind to their positions, to their weaponry. They've just sat here quietly, and it's about to pay off, maybe. They push down ramp as the attack come through cave. S-Attack will find one through smoke. Hampus in the backside, good to go, but there is an answer between Axile and Inter. Still such little HP between the three that still stand on the side of Gambit. They'll get their bomb plant, but that double op doesn't come back to haunt Nip. Fuzi's been smoked off this entire time.
Man.
Rez has been nowhere to be found. And by the time he gets here, bomb will be 1/3 of the way gone already.
HP bars might not even matter. You know, a lot of this could come down to S-Attack since they have ops to work with, but Rez does get one.
And that's going to help. Cave smoke goes down because utility is also a part of the equation. Rez, he had that full belt of grenades. Axile falls all the way back. 5 health, good tap. Fuzi goes down, but Rez is posted on this angle and the defuse gets stuck.
Okay.
It's NIP with layers, baby. Potential turning point, but compare the the pace of that last round. We get that really fast mid frag. We also had the attack come out A at the exact same moment. Axile was able to pick up that one. This time it's Rez killing Inters immediately. Nafany finds the head of Hampus, and they're just gonna try to push out. Ooh, clean taps from Axile.
Jesus.
Takes away the CT player, but there are 2 more still back there. And the attack through Temple, perhaps. Nafany, a 1/4 health. Utility all over the place.
Well, they still just want to trade before they put this bomb down. They're still worried about the fact that Donut
Hobbit's
and CT
lurking.
have a crossfire.
Nice play from Nafany. He jumps up onto the candles, and they're not even playing the bomb plant. Hobbit has still yet to reveal himself on this huge flank, and Plopsky's position seems to be unknown, but because Gambit hit the brakes, pull the E-brake, and just wait, look at how it pays off. NIP feeding them frags, but Plopsky maybe forcing clutches down their throat. A 1v4 halfway there already. Hobbit to the right side, spotted, and damage so crucially done.
Oh my god.
But a clutch, not one. Fragger for this squad for some time now. We'll see if he can just ice off what's left of this. Hobbit trying to force his way through fire. Rez even giving us something to talk about, as his donut plays have been crucial. More damage done here versus Inter's. Hampus just finding it through the smoke, and Rez offering us a multi-kill, potentially the 3rd. It's right there for the taking, but Fuzi's gonna give them a little room to work, only to then wrap it right back up. Axile, a 1v5 attempt.
Man, that's off of saving last round as well, so you know, no loss bonus. They put a lot of stock into this Axile 1v5. He can't get more than 2. That's 14 for NIP, and what should be a free route to on a full rifle.
So now, I say just to unleash the beasts. Snipers in all directions. Nafany just walks through the doorway with teammates ahead of him. Nobody holding Fuzi back. And Fuzi then quickly replaced right by Plopsky with smokes in their faces. Yet again, adversity for Gambit in these 5 versus 4s. Utility, omnipresent, damage. Oh, connected. Just to finish it off, he's gonna get chased, and Plopsky still stands tall. Hobbit has had no impact. He can't get this ball rolling on the offense in these last 4 or 5 rounds, and it's a 5 versus 2 for NIP to close their map pick and take it off of Gambit.
Damn, not bad, man. Not bad at all.
And we said they needed this map, so in terms of, setting up the series,
They could still lose on both Vertigo and Overpass, and it's still very likely that it goes 3. But again, Overpass at the end, guaranteed now, is a very nice sign for NIP, especially considering, I mean, they're straight up out-fragging Gambit on top of having some great rounds tactically.
huge step up from Hampus, huge moment from Plopsky here in this one. A nice little boost tried to be employed, but spotted out by Rez. And that's just going to be all the alarm bells ringing.
Oh, good luck with this. You want to go back in this situation?
I mean, how many times have these late second rotates just fallen flat? They wait, and there is still some uncertainty for Nip, so they keep players towards mid, but I mean, everything is held in a 5v2. Smokes in front of them. There's still 2 more smokes to come out from NIP. This game will not end with a bang, but instead a measly whimper. Gambit have been outclassed in the second half by the Ninjas in pajamas. Inters is going to answer with an op shot, but there it is, Fuzi to respond. Inter is going to miss one. The knives are out. Who are you?
Get to him.
Yeah, the Tech-9 gets the frag, but if anything, that's the disrespect in this message. NIP taking Ancient and our returning champions in Gambit on Vertigo.
And Gambit only had like 3 losses in the whole year.
Well, look at that. 1x bet odds straight down the middle. And we are at the center point of this series. Buckle up, folks. It's Hampus towards the A ramp. It's NIP on the CT side. And it's Vertigo, y'all.
Vertigo.
Do you get vertigo from heights?
No. I
Oh.
just get scared.
Okay. In which case, hang on. Silence falls across the ramp. Still 2 smokes for the T side as well. But Rez is getting curious. And they say curiosity kills the cat.
But they also say the cat has 9 lives.
So he only needs 1 if he can stand tall here, but he's got a little bit of a fight on his hands as we do find NIP with the man advantage. There he goes. 8 left. Nafty gets the pick towards short. That opens the door for the bomb to push forward. They're trying to play while the smokes are still up. The dual Berettas from within the site in the hands of Plopsky. 2 guns, 2 headshots, and the bomb thrown down to the dirt. Now Shiro's got the attention drawn towards him. Axile's so far removed from this that with 30 seconds left, Shiro has to make sure that he doesn't get swarmed. We start to see Fuzi turn his attention back to the flank, and as the last ramp man goes down, Axile, the jig is up, my friend. Or at least it should be. Comes around the corner, Hap is high alert, and that is NIP with the CT pistol. Is where you see the master classes happen.
Yeah.
And right out of the gate, we've got Shiro over top, Rez dead, back-to-back rounds in terms of 5v4.
Yeah, the first and sometimes last step is winning ramp control from both perspectives. So yeah, great starts here from Gambit on 2 rounds. And this is, yeah, it's just so difficult. So Gambit always ready for any kind of reaggressions. And from there, it can just feel like such a small map if you give up ramp control and try to go elsewhere. Very low grenades here from NIP on round number 4. This could be a nice way to compensate for that, though. They've got 3 close on the ramp, ready to explode and trade. They will need some ingenuity because if Gambit get up the ramp in this position,
Cool.
they ain't gonna win a retake.
Sign me up for this angle.
That is new.
Would love to see this succeed, but tries to go 1 over. Oh, does get the headshot. Big burst. They try to push, but no. 3 kills for the way of Gambit, and that's going to put Esatag under pressure here. Rotates inwards just in the nick of time, but loses almost all his HP on that first fight v Axile. A 1v3 attempt given up as Gambit tie it 2.
That was interesting, and it was like, you know, something new, a little different. They weren't going off a flash, they were all just really close together, which is nice, but still a low odds battle, of course. There's just nothing else to watch when you're on the T side, and that's why those battles can be so T favored. You're just ready for anyone to turn the corner on the crane, buy the sandbags, off short shelf, and it's, yeah, it's hard to flank on this map as well. So Gambit press that advantage into the finish. Gambit were just about to throw some nades anyways. And sometimes it's better to throw 2 HEs than it is to throw a molly because you can extinguish that molly.
Plopsky will open it. Shiro trades just through the edge there. Rez again.
What a shot.
Having a hard time of it getting countered by this sniper. 2, if not 3 times. And Shiro, you can see him, right? So familiar with all of these little minute angles. But the smoke pops within bomb site, and we've got a heavy stack just behind that wall.
Yeah, planting will be tough unless they continue to work on the short control. So I wonder, Gambit are really low on time to actually get away with this entirely. The smoke is probably pissing them off a little bit.
For sure.
They might have to dive the plant.
Flashes come over top of the CTs, an incendiary that forces Shiro into the open, and Fuzi connects that headshot. This is perfect for Nip. They just stalled Gambit on the cusp of this A site, so a desperate push in with bomb just in the nick of time. He needs cover over top. Hampus takes to the top of the box, but there's no cover there whatsoever, and a double from Hampus instead. Hobbit a little late to the party.
Another little bit of time trouble here for Gambit. Now, it is also partly because, again, NIP smoked in front of default and had some presence towards short control.
Ooh.
Oh, another opening from Plopsky over on the B side.
Axile getting caught out. He's now 1-6 at the start of this.
Yeah, Plopski's been doing well. He hasn't had any friends to help him there either.
Fuzi wounded. Sprints on the retreat. You know, Plopski is one of those players who has recently, I think, stepped back into a level of form that we know he had. Hampus caught in the open.
Oh,
it's right there for Shiro.
Jesus. Just
to the very tippity top of that smoke, he will find Hampus splattered on the back wall. But remember, Fuzi was low because of his mid play, and he still has an entire utility belt of grenades to try and drop. So sure enough, those start to be thrown forward, and Plopski activates, falls down ladder. Now a potential flank in play versus Gambit, while they try to surmount against this man disadvantage. 20 seconds yet again. A repetitive issue for this Gambit T side. Shiro trying to focus forward. That's the bomb drop. There is literally no time for them to come back, grab that bomb, and plant. They have fumbled the ball a second time on this attempt at the A site, unless Hobbit can just get kills. But not even that will connect, because Plopski is wings on the retreat. Ooh, Shiro saw that. He dares him to re-peek, but Rez, he's the guy in the playmaking position.
Yeah, Rez is in a weird spot, actually.
Lost his teammate. Nice double. Can't quite finish with the triple nor the quad, but that's still substantial damage in Hobbit.
Oh, so well timed.
It doesn't matter how wounded he walks in, because he's got the back of Esatag turned. Easy execution. That's Hampus now scrambling, and downwards he goes for the fight versus Nafany, but Inter sprints to the opposite side of the map, already occupied by Hobbit, and there's just enough time for this bomb plant, I believe.
Wow.
I believe.
Does he have time?
No,
he doesn't. Wait, but they can get the kill. Oh my God, Hampus almost lost there, and they didn't have enough time to plant. No way.
Inters walks up those staircases with like 6 seconds left. For Fuzi, they're gonna come through that smoke grenade on his left side. He's very fully scoped in. Ooh, nice little adjustment onto Hobbit. Nafany pushes. Nafany survives the shot through the grill. And if I'm not mistaken, a second. I could be mistaken. I hope I am. Because at that point, it's just unfair. We've got Hampus on the lurk behind. Inter's attention turned. He's watching the doorway. Snaps slightly. Hampus so close to death, but Inter's also dropped to 27. There's going to be a sprint over towards the B site. Still plenty of time to make this happen, and Plopski's also going to work his way into the bomb site. Guns out, sprays at a distance, and catches Inter's off. Shiro not gone just yet. 30 seconds. Bomb's on his back, and Nafany calls for the rotation to the A site yet again.
Yeah.
It's the right call to make.
Yeah. Now, Nafany does have a chance to try to stop them from getting into the site, but he doesn't know exactly which choke point they're going to approach first. Now, it looks like the CTs might allow a plant. However, late molly is going to be so annoying.
Smokes for both directions. This is creating pockets on both sides. Rez looking to lurk through. If he can just push down the bomb planter, that's his attempt.
He can dive
and he gets
it.
Another round one by way of time.
Yeah.
Nip with a 6th, and Nafany falls after.
But you had to watch the first half to understand.
This is a really good split to the B site. Just Axile here. He goes down empty-handed, so all's good for the Nip squad. Rez, careful, bud. Getting nearly caught on the jump, but he's got Plopski to deal a blow back the other way. Nafany knows he's pinned in the corner, but that's such an awkward one to do. Dropping down like that, you know you're inaccurate as you throw yourself into the jaws of the enemies.
Yeah, he had a flash with it, but it didn't work on the corner.
Right, so just a crossfire instead set upon him. And with this bomb plant, it looks like Nip are gonna go ahead to take second pistol. Now that's gonna cut down the lead. Oh, they try to fight. Hobbit lets those Berettas loose, and it's just the one frag for him. So a 7th round win, a pistol victory, and another smoke on elevator side, a quick redirection with Rez getting a kill. But Axile beat Fuzi, I believe, down on the bottom of B. So suddenly Plopski offers them a gun. I'd be screaming, get your ass to the A site.
Quickly.
But the bomb needs to be picked up first. Finally gets drawn away from the bottom of B. Yeah. Now, luckily, Hampus is here to just cut off all the rotates.
Yeah, and they can actually plant for him now, funnily enough, which makes things even more complicated. If the B rotate...
Still Shiro in sight.
It's going to lead to a big flank. Axile's going to lead that. The rest of the CTs haven't moved. Okay, yeah, there are still a couple of people here.
Yeah, it's not comfortable at all. If anything, I feel like
Hampus can get into this.
But Hampus is kind of useless until he gets here. Oh, okay, good thing he picks that kill up. But not a second. And Axile also attacking from the flank. This is going perfectly for Gambit. Rez, he's tasked with the clutch, 30 seconds. It's a fake once, 2 CTs stacked upon these boxes. That's going to be a difficult fight.
Wait a second.
But he nearly manages. It is the Force Buy win here from Gambit.
There was a way if Rez got both those kills, he could have gone B.
Bro, they had so little
to maintain his position here. Wow, quick shot, but doesn't hit.
If he had, I swear. Oh, goes back, and Rez is going to punish.
Yeah, I mean,
Now,
I guess Shiro felt like if I don't do something right now, it's going to be too hard if I fall back.
Yeah, could still, with him dying, end up being too hard for Gambit to overcome. They've got the AK on Axile. He'll be boosted over the smoke, and that works wonderfully. Bomb plant is not denied. Holy hell, Rez gives great cover.
Get you a friend like Rez.
Klopsky takes one to the forehead, but still runs away with 42 HP. Good deagle spam for bits of damage, but Hampus locked in on this op.
The Hampus op.
Yeah, it's a rare treat.
No chance.
They walk away.
Well,
Tied game, folks.
Nip are fighting.
Yo, ninjas in pajamas on a map. May I emphasize, they don't play.
They don't play. They're trying to show everybody what their map pool is. It's going to change the conversation on the desk, in the future, when they go into future vetoes.
I feel like the conversation coming into this series was there's no way for Nip to get a good veto. Hampus walking up into what could be his end.
Gambit always finding new boosts.
Perfect. Well played. Well played. We give him style points for that. Oh, Rez dunks it. Poor Nappity, dude. What a cinematic scene.
But Inters actually gets a 1 dig.
Oh.
Yeah. Now it's 3v4. And they'll go ahead and score an extra smoke off that body.
Bottom of B site. Hobbit's looking for a gun as well, perhaps.
Tough decision here for NIP. They've got so much utility, though. I mean, I feel like A is the right play.
Right. Question will just be, Plopsky's already down to 38 health. Axile's AK is somewhere here on this bomb site. Sure enough, it's him and Shiro closer towards short, but everything's going to get lost inside these smokes. And I mean that for both of these teams, but a flash that could have changed the outcome. Instead, it's Inters with another deagle kill and Rez with another clutch attempt. 15 seconds, going to take the same route as his fallen comrades, pulled between directions, and with... There will be some sort of an answer here from Fuzi, but oof, maybe it's Rez to make the difference. Deagle to the face of Hobbit to clear out that sandbags position. There's still 2 defenders within A, but there's a walkback as well from the Ninjas. The one thing that they have had across these rounds, despite no rifles, has been decent utility. Nice forward position from Axile's going to give a Krieg back the other way. And it didn't work last round. It didn't work the round prior, but they've gotten the 2v2 out of this one, so 3rd time's the charm, perhaps. Shiro, the lucky charm of Gambit, 22 and 12, and in position to cut off the B cross. Talked about the utility from the Ninjas. Well, they do have a flashbang that they could throw to disrupt his line of sight. A Molotov to make sure he doesn't peek into them. And I love the fact that they just go silent for a second, because it's the reason he falls away.
Full flank is coming out slowly, so Shiro will now know that it's certainly B, especially with this smoke.
Yeah. Back
to the God angle, watching the sight cross. He'll need to be fast. There's fire in front of him as well. Bomb hasn't been planted yet, and this is just buying time for Inters. He'll miss the shot. Inters on the stairs, their best post-plant position.
Yep, he's going to disrupt plant, and that's it right there. There's been multiple rounds that Inters has been able to find that flank, usually towards the A site, but this time he ends it at B. And a nice reposition as well for Inters to just ice this out for Gambit.
Best A site of any team in the world on the CT side.
Okay.
With Inters over on the B site. And him playing this well, it's just an overwhelming amount of problems and difficult situations for NIP to try to get through. So, yeah, I mean, Nip are playing well. They looked good on Vertigo. They made some very strange buying decisions towards the end to limit their chances to buy.
I didn't like that.
I mean, they literally could have won the map if they tried harder. I feel like, not that it would have been free, but I mean, they just actually just threw it away at the end with the way that they spent their money. So that was a little bit strange, but. NAMP looked very good, and I don't really care even about the argument for a stand-in. As Maui said, he's played with them for so long at this point. They're clearly changing their map pool with Fuzi.
Yes.
So we're going to take them seriously, and I think they stand a chance because Gambit are not at 100%.
Well, we'll see. All right, it's now or never, basically. It's not for elimination, it's not for playoffs, but it is still just, a nice opening chance to show us that NIP can truly compete. So we've got a lot of bodies stacked upon this A site. It's carnage, it's chaos.
What?
It's the ninjas in pajamas with still little HP on 2 of the 3 and a fast flank on the form of Hobbit. He's going to need to split this alongside Inters, but Fuzi pushes forward. Interesting. The rat. He gets behind them. And Inters is just trying to find contact. Inters about to get blindsided. Fuzi, nice one tap. And Hobbit, he's waited long enough to almost find Happus here. He will, in fact, connect that headshot and draw your eye to the HP of the 2 remaining Ts. He knows exactly where they are. And the bomb's not planted necessarily for them, at least not for that bank man. Hobbit, he gets on top of bomb. Nobody's going to take the bait just yet. Fuzi runs forward, gives him the frag, and now Hobbit with no kit needs to stick this 10-second defuse. He knows that's never going to happen, but at the very least, he'll take everybody with him. 2 guns, 4 frags, and a pistol round for NIP.
Yeah, still has the bomb outside B, and yeah, name of the game for him is going to be trying to find openings to walk in. 3 on 5, they're going to have to come up with something crazy, so they can try to maybe fake with one and send another one back down the stairs, or just do what they can to try to get this bomb plant, but it's going to be hard to score rotations unless they get kills. And, well, they get a kill.
A presence.
Hampus has got to start walking out now, but it's a 2v4.
Oh my god, it's working.
Yeah, they've actually pulled out.
It's working.
Wow.
Completely open B bomb site.
Oh my god,
you
free
see
plant.
what I'm saying, man? It's weird. In the best of ways. And with Rez catching that kill on Hobbit, he actually has a chance to just go running right back down. They're going to create a 2v3 post-plant situation. Now, Rez has a single point of health, let's be real. A stiff breeze, and this guy's down for the count. And Hampus has just been relegated to the deepest of corners, so this could be an element of desperation. But desperation could mean success. The bomb halfway gone already. Hampus peeks out a bit too soon, and Nafany's going to nail him to the wall. But Rez, 1 health. 1 health, 2 kills.
They can't even get on it.
And he pulls it off.
No way.
Not only does Rez get that kill at the A site to sell the fake, he deals with Hobbit on the flank, and then 2 more in the post plant. That round brought to you by Rez.
That is ridiculous. Can't help but feel like even with players here, it looks a little weak on the site. Oh, but they use that FAMAS pretty well. However, 2 kills come down.
Yeah, then Shiro's got a little bit more to give. Nothing else from behind the truck. Needs to be the Inter's clutch. And as Maui alluded to, he's been playing very well. He had some solid flanks on Vertigo. But at this point, there's nobody to take attention away from him still. Fuzi looks away. Ooh, Inters with a second. He's got the head right ahead.
Oh my god.
Esatag, who's been off to a great start with his 8-2, can just fall back and play bomb, but it's not even at the halfway point yet. No, Inters!
Yeah, right.
From the bank, he cashes out, wins the clutch for Gambit.
Oh man, they tossed that away. No way Inters pulls off a 1v3 like that. You know how easy it is to get Gambit.
Grenade of all things? Okay, Axile's ready to go. Hobbit's gonna be primed for the push, flanks and takes 2. It's Rez that needs to trade it, and suddenly it feels like the ninjas in pajamas are just so boxed in. Whether it's the connector play or Axile still successful down long. Fuzi and Rez with their work set out for them. 20 seconds on this clock. Axile, he's gonna find a body phasing the smoke, and a second. Beauty of a round here from Axile. Shaves off Hampus, comes to the bomb site. Kill Rez if he comes around the corner. And it's Axile onto the bathroom side. But Axile actually gives up the connector, and that's gonna cost him. Shiro hits the leg shot, sidearms out.
What?
Oh, he still gets it. But meanwhile, bomb site's under pressure. Nafany down as Hampus connects the deagle through the side of the smoke. Axile push forward. And off the back of that, it compromises the setup. So suddenly we do have NIP just forcing their way into this A site. And it's still a winnable retake. You know, by no stretch of the imagination, we've got the incendiary now thrown from Inters to clear the corner of the truck. And that allows for Hobbit to just stay straight-eyed forward. Bomb site completely evacuated here. They fall back instead to try and grab those weapons, but a smoke comes over top of the dice box, and Fuzi finds Inters. Beauty of a timing, leaving Hobbit stranded in a 1v3 clutch. Now, there's nowhere for him to run, so he tries to fight, and it's good night. NIP with just 1 Galil and 4 pistols. And 1. Called it.
Wow.
Finds Plopsky. Looks for another one here, but that one's a bit too much to handle. Rez, nicely done. Looks for the wallbang, because in response, these CTs scrambled inside the site. Fuzi's trying to find someone. Oh. Nice little flick. And we saw it last round too.
God damn.
As he emerged from bathrooms and with a disadvantage.
Does he know? He like knows someone's over here behind the pillar. With Shiro up to bat. Listen, they win this round, it'll be because Shiro's here, so.
Inters moves a little closer. There is an incendiary there on the ground for him to pick up.
So close, my God.
But it rolled. It rolled away.
Ah, physics.
Slight western wind.
It's a timely flank from Axile. This is just the right amount of information in this position. Obviously, Nip are about to exec. Axile will be a touch late on the flank, and he's actually coming via stairs, so still chance for NIP to win. And they, they're in a pretty good spot, but yeah. Heavy defense.
Empty-handed. We've seen Shiro here drop chances. Axile will get into the mix, timely enough. And he's pinned into this, but Shiro gonna land that close-range shot. He's got a player up above him. S-Attack, Kumba stomps, and that's Axile with, again, just perfect timing. 1, 2, 3 from Axile. Especially in high-pressure moments and important games. But he keeps his head tucked, and as he comes back out atop, it's a fall away from Rez. He gets by him.
Yeah, now Hobbit definitely only sees one person, so it looks like their plan. We'll see if it works.
Whoa.
Oh,
good
there it
move
is.
by Hobbit. Inter's burning. Plobsky's going to be able to get him out from behind the barrels. Nafany, quiet game and a big chance, but Hobbit, nice, perfectly timed. Arrives on the short side of B. That's
what Gambit can do to pull this back.
At this, Rez gets the headshot. A little bit of smoke here for S-Attack to work through, and it's okay. Rez soon to be attacked from the back, but luckily he's got Fuzi to cover him. So things are going great. IP, they're gonna take pistol.
Wow.
And Gambit, they win.
They lose to Navi in a LAN environment. It was that they all kind of played badly, but Hobbit played the least badly. Like, he dropped off the lowest amount compared to his other teammates. That was the big thing. And we know, of course, major LAN champs, so that is almost expected.
Ooh, nice wall bang.
Oh, that's annoying.
But
pest control is here.
Right, yeah, Fuzi shows up. Nafany will slip out from long A, so that's something for the T side, but the incendiary actually bounces back into the face of the Bathrooms player. Shiro will still round the corner of long, maybe giving a bit too much room. Hampus can't handle it. He runs forward through the fire, jumping MP9 again, and then Plobsky just barrel stuffs Inters with the SMG for Nip's 11th round. See if those easy anti-eco kills can kind of bolster that confidence. He's got Shiro on the other end, but in terms of op impact, head-to-head, you put your expectations on freaking Shiro, and Fuzi's just gonna make him look like a chump.
Let's go.
Insta-kill as he tries to round the corner of the playground. Fuzi.
Okay, Fuzi.
Yeah,
okay, buddy.
Holding down the long way so that Rez can just keep this Bathrooms control and allow for Fuzi to double back, joining an additional CT inside of sight. Fuzi will get caught by Hobbit. He's the hottest piece of this Gambit T side. Hell, of this Gambit overpass. But Hampus doubles back, and Rez all the while unknown to the other side as 13 rounds secured for Nip. Pretty much overpass as Nip's hope. They've played this map 5 times already so far this year. And yet this result would be wild. Need I remind you, Gambit's record in the last 6 months, 11-2. But Plobsky and Hampus locking down the B site just as the Ninjas tried to push their way inwards. And Inters is going to use that as an invitation to retreat because his teammates will call him to the action. Now, these are the 3 pieces of Gambit that we have put under question. They have as many kills each as Gambit have round wins.
And Fuzi's up to bat again.
Exactly. Finding a bit of timing, shaves off Nafany. No other peek comes through from Gambit, as it was Shiro still tucked in the corner and without his trusty op. Fuzi definitely starting to get some impact here in the later rounds of the CT side. NIP shooting for the 14th. The collateral through the wall. That's a warning sign to Gambit. You want this bomb site? Come and get it. Because Fuzi's going to stand straight in the center as Hampus...
What? No scope! Jumping! Oh! Before it was their opponents that couldn't get 7 rounds. Now it's them.
Close, good trade from S-Attack, but Hobbit will find him from connector. We've got a man advantage. We've got something, a lifeline, a chance. However slight. Great time for Rez to also have an excellent game. But Hobbit.
Fuzi gets down on the B site.
Yeah.
So, but how do they read in the situation? They don't. You never know where Hampus is going to be, and right now he's floating. He'll grab one in the back, and Nafany shows that he's leaning towards the B site, but the CTs are way too slow in this spot. So an opportunity for Gambit to make this one just a round longer.
At least one round longer.
I mean, they could still lose this position. It would be so unlikely, but look who's coming close.
Yeah, so much money.
All right.
Shiro's going to make it all the more difficult, but is it R-Easy? 1v3, like it's nothing, as he shuts down Hobbit, who again created this opening, and it's been a slow game for the last two players standing. Rez, he's got the smoke, he's got the flash, he's got the kit, and you know he's got the confidence. Time still on his side, bomb not even halfway gone yet, piecing together the positions. And he almost... Two players to the right side of the monster. Nafany, though, could serve up a bit of an issue. Maybe he slips through this. Either way, it's going to be big impact down on the B side. Hobbit. But Hampus! He drops bomb, doesn't anticipate the third player. Fuzi! Headshot up close. He's still alive. Could be all they need. He locks it down on the B site, and NIP have pulled it off. Nafany lost in the sauce as Fuzi stands upon the victory lane.
God damn!
Handing them their worst